Well, do you suffer from headaches? Want to know why you might be getting them and then how to stop them before they even start? Well, today, local healthy living expert Dr. Melissa Grill Petersen here to help us with that pain that is going on in our head.
Yeah.
It's something I tend to get, headaches. Who doesn't?
Exactly. Who doesn't is the right statement, Annalie. And, you know, according to the American Headache Society, which we do have a national one, there's 78% of us that are suffering from tension headaches. So that's, you know, at the temples, right behind the eyes, kind of across the front of the head. And 16% of the population are suffering from migraines. They're so debilitating that it's costing us about $3 billion a year just in healthcare costs alone. So it's a pretty big deal. And most of us just think, I got a headache, let me just take something for it and just kind of keep moving on. But what I really want to help people understand today is that the headache is your body's way of talking to you and letting you know that something's not quite right. So we're going to find out some of those common triggers so that we can help people feel better.
And it's almost yelling at you because when you have that pain and it's in your head, it's affecting your work, your daily life. So you have some things that we need to kind of watch out for.
Absolutely. So, you know, this is all research-based. It's looking at the most common triggers. And I'm going to tell you, we're doing a short list today. There's still so many more, but I wanted to go for the ones that are the most commonly impacting people on a day-to-day. So let's think of the first one that we're going to come up with. And we've got artificial sweeteners showing up on the screen right now. So we've got about 4 we're going to go through today. This is something that many people are not even recognizing as a cause for their headaches. It's hidden in so many of our processed drinks and foods. It comes in the name of Sweet and Low, Splenda, Equal, Sucralose, aspartame.
Even in gum, you'll see that on the packs. And people love to chew it.
It drives me crazy that it's in every type of gum. There's only a few types of gum that do not have aspartame. But here's the big thing about it. It's actually classified. That whole group of chemicals of these artificial sweeteners are neurotoxins, meaning literally they're toxic for your brain. They've been linked to headaches. They've been linked to brain fog, to everything from even brain cancer and hormonal imbalance. So the solution. What do you think the solution should be?
I would say either cut back or cut it out altogether.
Cut back, cut it out, and look for alternatives. And the alternatives are going to, of course, be natural sweeteners. So good old sugar in the raw honey, and even if we need to, stevia. So there's just some really good options.
And I know agave nectar is another thing that's really popular. Honey is one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, and then honey, of course, you've got the immune boosting properties that's going to help, you know, especially when it's pollen season and things like that. So next up, we've got a couple more to go through here, and we've got this is the big one.
Oh, and that's so hard because who doesn't want to wake up, get that cup of coffee ready to go?
Yeah, so caffeine now, it's interesting. Before we even started today, I was talking with one of the producers backstage, and there's a balance. You know, how much is too much? So caffeine, what we need to realize is where it's at and how much we're taking in. So it's our coffees, our teas, our energy drinks, our sodas. You know, it's there. We love it. It kickstarts our day, but the problem is too much is too much, and it's not good for the brain because it's leading to chronic dehydration. So what we need, 80% of our brain, it's water. First and foremost, we need water. We need to sip on it throughout the day. And we got to cut back on that caffeine.
Oh, so how much?
Good question.
I usually just do 1 to 2 cups a day to kind of keep it low.
Safe zone.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the safe zone. So it's 200 milligrams, which does equate to about 2 cups of coffee a day.
And then water, how much should we be drinking?
Water, the magic number is half your body weight in ounces. So just take your weight, divide it in half, and sip on that all day long.
That's not, just keep it by your side, have a little bit of coffee, and then just kind of go back and forth with the water.
Absolutely. And if you have a cup with a straw in it, you'll be inclined to drink more of it on a steady basis.
Let's see, so we did the artificial sweeteners, the caffeine. What else is on the list?
Let's see. Oh, MSG, monosodium glutamate. Now, many of us think of that, of course, with Chinese food. And yes, it is, it's used on Chinese food across the country in the restaurants. But this is another hidden gem that people are not realizing because it goes by many different names. And I've put just a few of the most common hidden names: glutamic acid. Anything that ends with glutamate is going to be in this category: yeast extract, soy protein isolate, even whey protein. Why this is so problematic is it literally is excitatory to the brain, and the food companies love it. It makes you eat a lot of their food, but your brain doesn't love it because it literally stresses it out, and it's going to be a trigger, especially for migraines. The only way we've found to solve this is literally read your label and avoid.
Now, I saw yeast extract on there, and I know a lot of bread is made out of yeast. Does that have anything to do with any of the breads that we might be eating?
So, you know, that's even what on one of our former segments where we talked about gluten, there are definitely links with that. So, you know, it really if you're having headaches, the first thing I advise that you do is begin to just know what are some of these common triggers, and let me start to read my labels and look, and what am I getting most often? And then we want to kind of drill in and say, let me remove this out.
So before you pop it into your basket, look on the label.
Yes.
And there's one last thing. Who doesn't experience it on a daily basis?
I know. Stress. Now, we've been talking about chemical stress, but now let's move into that mental, emotional, worry, doubt, lack, not enough time, not enough money, too many demands on our day-to-day. So that causes the fight or flight, the ready state, lots of tension, vasoconstriction. The brain is going to literally hurt. Here's the solution. You're going to do it with me.
Okay.
Take a deep breath in. That's it. Now,
that's
literally,
all?
That's it. It's
I'm
not
going to do a lot of that during the day.
So listen, when the team sees Anna Lee taking some deep breaths, you'll know you are getting her.
She's chilling out.
Yeah, she's chilling out. It's a good
De-stressing.
thing. And it doesn't make the stress go away, but it really helps us to be more relaxed and able to better adapt and handle it, so we can move through it without feeling the effects.
And freaking out.
Yes.
See how easy it is? We can do this. We just have to do this every single day. Cut back on a lot of the things and then just take that breath. Dr. Melissa, thank you so much.
Glad to
All
be
that
here.
information, you guys know where you need to go. You can head over there for those tips as well as a lot of other health news. Log on to docmelissa.com.